Back in Sliverland. We are back on Daniel Nunes, Sliver Overlord, godfather of everything Slivers, ever since at least a couple of years, maybe longer. And he, the other month by now, I want to say, top 8'd the Legacy Showcase. And he played everybody's favorite communist tribe, even though recently they became less communist. They became more like state communists. They didn't become like international global communists. Now they restrict all of their abilities just like their own tribe, as opposed to like slivers all across the world. So there's no Sliver International anymore. And yeah, you mentioned you want to play this again, right? I think we already played it. We had a ton of fun. What's your favorite part about the deck right now?
Well, so this version is different than the one I have in paper. The one I have in paper doesn't have siphons, doesn't have wastelands, doesn't have that hearse. It does play 4 forces. It plays Unsettled Mariners. It plays more Cloud Shredder. This had just 2 Cloud Shredder. On my version, I play 4 because I just love the haste. But I like the fact this version has the siphons because I always felt like it needed some kind of life gain. If you can't quite.
I think the sound is getting a little bit choppy again. I think it might be something more like related to the internet connection, but the quality of the sound at least is a lot better than on the other headphones.
Okay, let me try taking off the Wi-Fi again. Yeah, here in the studio, I don't have the best signal. Tell me if that ends up chopping. So I love the fact that once you get a crystalline sliver out, you're feeling pretty good. That's what I'm hoping to find every single match. Like if I can turn 1 vial, turn 2 crystalline, I feel pretty good as long as I'm not playing against a combo. This version, I feel like it's probably going to win. It's probably going to lose game 1 to most fast combo, but you have so much in the sideboard that you could probably pull ahead with game 2 and 3 if you're lucky on your draws.
We have some stuff against like really fast combo. I guess we got this depending on which kind of fast combo it is. Maybe even ley lines.
In game 1, we're probably just going to lose to fast combo. It's if it's like Storm, if it's Reanimator. I don't know. Even Reanimator, we might be able. Depends on if they really like tear our hand up after drawing. But
yeah. You know what I like about
it's really balanced.
Like,
I like the music of it.
But the sound is getting really hard to follow. But I'm gonna take over. So basically, you mentioned the Cloud Shredder Sliver. When I played Slivers, every time in the past, I felt like, oh my god, this is the best Sliver in the entire world. I've won 4 of those. But all the lists I've seen from Daniel, he's only playing 2. So I wonder. I mean, obviously they don't do anything in multiples. Like if you go turn 2 Cloud Shredder, like actually you don't want to go turn 2 Cloud Shredder. I think you always want to go like turn 3 Cloud Shredder or something. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway. And yeah, if it was only completely up to me, I would probably still play at least a 3rd, if not a 4th. But he probably thought about this and decided on the list that we're currently playing. And I'm happy to just like jump into another league with this. Also, this Siphon Sliver, I'm still not sure whether that's the point of it, but I can see it like being a huge factor in racing something like like a Murktide or any kind of like reasonably aggressive Delver deck, where we can't really block unless we have like, I guess, Scale Rider Sliver, but even then it's not like you don't really want to be blocking, you want to be attacking. And with Siphon Sliver, there's a good chance we can just like Alpha Strike and get there because they just like can't keep up with us. So let's jump into a league essay and let's see where this is going to take us. Oh my god, it takes so long to load the league because I haven't played in a league in a month. Where is it? Slivers, submit. Oh, no, we don't want to play the preliminary. We want to play a league. Sign us up to a league. Yes, here we go.
I have a tournament to go to tonight.
Oh, you sound like a robot. You very much sound like a robot.
Oh my god.
This fart has gotten worse with every minute. Maybe you can like reboot your phone or what you're using. Do I have a robot sound?
Let's see if that helped.
This is kind of like a robot sound? No, not so much. Maybe this?
Yeah, you've sounded clear to me the whole time. Well, I guess we'll see if If it keeps doing it, maybe I'll restart my phone. I restarted it last night, so it should be pretty fresh. But I could do it again if it keeps doing it.
Well, it's better now. It's probably like some kind of connection issue, because sometimes you sound clear as day, and then the other moment you sound like a robot. It's very likely to just like be a connection issue, but we can't really do too much about that, I guess. Cool. So, well, we ordered turn 1 wild, but turns out we don't have turn 1 wild. By the way, to refresh my mind, so what do these different lands do? This is the one that casts While and casts Slivers of any color. This is the one that casts While. These are base spells, one only casts creature spells of the chosen. This one activates abilities as well, and this one doesn't activate it. So for the purpose of this deck, these two are basically the same from what I understand. But chat, Kevin, when I get something wrong, remind me, because I'm bad at like lands.
Yeah, those replaced the ancient ziggurats.
Cool. So let's go with this one first. Get the Sliver down. So I guess turn 2 we want to get the Sinew Sliver down, which means on turn 1 it's probably best to get the Gale Rider Sliver down, so we can attack either way. Depending on what the opponent is playing, we might actually want to get the Hibernation Sliver down, so we can like dodge some removal. But we'll see what they're up to.
Yeah, I usually try to get the Hibernation down. If I don't have a Crystalline, I try to get the Hibernation down more quickly, just to, you know, if they have any kind of board wipe or any kind of removal on stuff. Like, I really hinge on the flying a lot, so a lot of times they go for that, and if I can save that,
yeah. I was just saying, like, if they are a combo deck, I think we should just go for the fastest possible kill with the Sinew Sliver. But if they're almost pretty much anything else, yeah, I see your point of probably like playing the Hibernation Sliver instead. Hey Mark, how's it going? I think you actually ended up in top 8, yes, the other day on Sunday in Freising, right? I think I saw that. Okay, this looks like Punishing Fire up. So I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna attack. And then if they're Punishing Fire, that's okay. And then we get this one down and cast a Sliver, Hibernation Sliver. Here we go. So we need blue and black. Azul y negro. What is white in Spanish? White
Blanco?
Blanco? Red? Oh god, I'm trying to refresh my Spanish. Do you know some Spanish? Anybody in chat speak Spanish? Rojo is red.
Rojo is red, yeah.
And green is verde. And yellow is, I could be wrong, amarillo?
I'm not sure on yellow.
It's something that sounds funny. Okay. So I guess we don't really care about Punishing Fire at this point is just like a tempo spell. They can basically like bounce one of our Slivers, unless their intention is to like really get us down to like very low life, but I guess that's not happening. Frosty K. By the way, on the weekend Rising, somebody played Hive Mind and they had Sudden Substitution in the deck, which allows them to like, I think you can exchange a spell for a creature, a spell on the stack for a creature, and he ended up stealing what's the one? I think not Listener Elf, but the other one, Blighted Agent. I think he stole a Blighted Agent from Infect and managed to give Infect some Infect tokens. But I think the game ended before he actually got to infect the Infect player. Oh, Mark, I think your reign is coming to an end. One, like first, second, 7th. Doesn't seem like the brightest of futures. Well, this is your play, okay. Guess I'm gonna bounce it. I mean, it kind of makes sense if that's the only thing you got going on, I guess. Ooh, no, that's a good one. That's probably like a really good one. So we got this for blue, this for white. All Slivers have Shroud. By the way, did you see at the Four Seasons Bologna event? Like almost 400 players. Merfolk made top 4. I don't remember the name of the player, but yeah, you love to see it. You were flying too close to the sun, Mark.
Additions? Has Merfolk got many additions?
Well, I think they played like 2 or 3 Hull Breacher. That was the most interesting thing, and I think they also play... I think actually they played 2 Hull Breacher, and I want to say like 3 Brazen Burrow even. Quite a lot. Okay, so what can they do here? I guess they can like crop rotation and make the token, but we're not really beating that. We're not blocking. Like, I guess I could play Siphon Sliver and then could technically survive against the token for a turn, but that's not really doing anything. I guess we should just like go for the biggest amount of damage that we can actually get to the board. So let's do this and this. You watched it? Oh, you went to Bologna, Mark? Or did you watch the stream? If you went to Bologna, how did you actually do? I totally missed that. Opponent might be smart. Opponent might be like, you know what? Tap out for your shit and I'm just gonna kill you by making a token end of turn. No! Go away! No, 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 I have force, don't do it. Oh, okay. Looks like they got it. Yeah. And there's the token. Big bad monster.
Battle cruiser operational.
Okay, not too much we can do. Yeah, like I said, we could have stayed alive by using like Siphon Sliver, but then they have perfect information, can even eat one of our slivers on the attack. So that's also not the greatest. I could see mazes. Actually, what do we not want in this matchup? I guess the red slivers aren't really doing anything. The plated slivers are kind of okay, I guess, almost like you could get to a point where you like blank punching fire. Let's say I take out 4 of those, bring in 2 mazes, and then it's like between unlicensed hers, probably not harmonic sliver, and then like 2 ley lines. I don't really want to get ley lines. It's just like if they want to spend mana on like Life from the Loam and punching fire, like be my guest. Hers I could see at least, because it also is like a beta. Then we'd have like 1 more slot, which could be like technically harmonic and fair on the play. I don't completely hate it, but I'm also like not a fan at all. I could even like see going back to the...
Seems kind of slow.
Yeah. I could even see like going back to the 1 mana 1/1. It's kind of weird. Or maybe even just like the 1 off leyline. But
they don't play petals, do they?
No, they don't play petals. They are just like, from what we've seen, they're straight up like red-green lands. Like Punishing Friar.
Yeah, I would just bring in a striking.
Yeah. It feels kind of bad, but it's a creature and it gets carried by like by Muscle Sliver, Sinew Sliver, and maybe it's gonna make the difference if it's gonna be our turn 1 play. But yeah, it feels very bad. Let's see. Turn 1 Wild. No, but this is playable at least. We still don't really have any kind of interaction, but even if we get wastelanded, I guess we are able to do stuff. So let's get this one down. I remember last time we played Slivers, the deck was also like pretty straightforward. There's a couple of sequencing things, but yeah, this is especially this version, right? This takes inspiration from some of the Murphock lists that used to exist like 5-6 years. Oh my god.
It's me,
okay.
Mario.
Oh, this is awkward. So we don't really play a creature, right? That's how it works. Oh, actually, does it target? Does it target? At the beginning of your... No, it doesn't target because it can kill progenitors, right? It can't be... If 2 or more creatures tied for least, you choose one of them. At the beginning of your upkeep, destroy the creature. Okay.
I'm going to look at Gatherer and see if it targets.
No, you can just like look at it on Magic Online to get the Oracle text. Yeah, okay, we're just like not gonna play anything. At least we get the Wild Sliver. The Wild Sliver. All your slivers tap for Wild effect. That wouldn't even be all that good, I guess. Actually, maybe if it's 1 mana. Okay, so now they get to destroy this, and this one gets sacrificed. I'm not even sure if you want to play this on the first turn. Like, if you play it in the second, you delay a spare turn, though. Depends on what else they want to do now.
I love still seeing Arabian Nights cards get played.
Yeah. What's your favorite Arabian Nights card?
Probably Drop a Honey. I do have one of them, but I don't have a deck for it to go in because I'm never going to get a Tabernacle.
Yeah. Have you written a letter, like a thank you letter to Jarvis? I remember when Jarvis started playing the card, and it went from like, I don't know, like a €20 card to like a €300 or €400 card.
Yeah, I hadn't written him any kind of note. I do like City in a Bottle. I used to have a library, and I always thought that was cool, but I never even played with it before I sold it. So I kind of bummed I never jammed it into any
City in a
kind of
Bottle
game.
is cool too, true, yeah.
I do like the deserts a lot. I like the what is it? The Gazban Ogre. I think the
Yeah.
artwork on that one's pretty cool.
I think there's a guy, Ali from Cairo, for like 2 colors and 2 red, and he's basically worship. Like as long as you control him, your life total can't go below 1. And like when I saw that guy back at school, I was like, this is unreal. This card, why does this card exist? Because nobody in my entire school, I'm pretty positive on that, nobody in my entire school played a removal spell. And I want to say in the main deck, but the thing is nobody ever had a sideboard because we only ever played game once. Which when you think about it, makes for quite some stupid magic. But yeah.
They would just play creatures instead of like lightning bolts.
Yeah, we actually played walls. Like nobody wanted to play removal spells, but like blanking multiple creatures with your opponents by playing walls that gained life and they dealt damage. Like in a way, it's virtual card advantage. It's just horrible. But that's just like how the meta game at my school evolved.
I used to do Wall of Shadows, Wall of Ice, Wall of Stone. I remember playing those a ton. Oh yeah, Essence.
Or Essence Wall, like basically the one that gains you life when it takes damage. Oh no, Tabernacle, okay, whatever. Actually, I'm fine with that. This is kind of weird. They want to do that, sure. By the way, I got this one from a Maasai village. This is probably made somewhere in China. They didn't even deny it because we talked about them, where they get the merchandise from that they sell in the Maasai village. But they assembled in the Maasai village. And as I was leaving, one of the guys came running after me and he was like, Julian, you said Kenya? And I was like, yeah, because I told the other guy about it. He's like, take this from Kenya. And now I'm not wearing a shark tooth. I'm wearing I don't even know tooth. I should have asked him what it is. Okay,
the dinosaur tooth.
Yeah, most likely. Here we go. This game feels... Oh, I was going to say pretty scripted. Okay, live from the loam. Okay. We're going to activate it. Not that it really does anything. Okay, we're not going to do anything. Cool. You got that. We pay. Sure. We pay the price. And yeah, we got that. Ooh, Siphon Sliver. Actually, do we need that? No, I think we want to deal more time. Actually, if we play Siphon Sliver now, is that going to be better use of our mana? So we play like this. And then next turn we pay. Whereas if we play Siphon Sliver now, next turn we pay. I mean, life gain really isn't all that important, I guess. So let's do it like this.
Although if we can stall a turn and then draw a Maze of Ith or a Caracas, that might be cool.
Yeah, but the thing is, we can still like do that. We don't need to do that now because they are not attacking us next turn. So we can still like, if the board presents itself in a way where we feel like, oh, we need to gain life to stay alive, we can still like drop the Siphon Sliver. Which of course would mean that we would lose one of our creatures, but I guess that's just like how it would go. But right now it's just like basic full on beatdown mode. They still need to make like at least 2 land drops or have Mox Diamond in order to threaten a kill, or some weird thing where they tap this, sacrifice this, get Urborg. Tap this, sacrifice. Yeah, I guess there's like a weird combination where they could actually make the token if they played Urborg, but yeah, we're not playing to beat that. We're just here to cast. Oh, and we can need that. Perfect. We're just here to summon Slivers and go for the beatdown. And it looks like they have 6th. I think I'm gonna drop the mace, even though I'm not even sure if we should. Let's see. They conceded. Okay. So we saw Force of Rigor. They brought in Force of Rigor against us. Like, what do we have? We got literally 4 wilds. And I guess here's hers, whatever you want to pronounce that. That's pretty much it. So on the draw, does anything change on the draw? Like on the draw, I'm more likely to bring in something like Ulayla of the Void, but still not likely enough to really want it. Yeah, I think we're just gonna resubmit that.
Well, is the hearse really? Because they don't really have any. Well, they must play the. Well, we didn't see any of the reclaimers. You're pretty sure they run reclaimers in there?
Elfish Reclaimer?
Yeah.
They might. Very often they actually do.
Otherwise, I don't see unlicensed hearse really getting that big.
But the thing is, it's not like, do we play unlicensed hearse or not post-board? The thing is, do we play unlicensed hearse or something else, right? That's always like the opportunity cost thing. So I agree with you that, like, other than Striking Sliver, unlicensed hearse, and maybe even Siphon Slivers are the weakest cards in our deck post-board, but like without a doubt. Even it's just like, is there anything else you'd rather want? And like the only thing that comes to mind is like Striking Slivers or Ley Lines, I would say, especially on the draw. And are any of those better? Like I'm far from having like a strong opinion on that. Like my intuition says I'd rather have this hearse, because it can also like sometimes randomly like interact with like Punching Fire and Loam, even though we don't really want to be doing that anyway. We'd rather like go to the face, especially since Punching Fire doesn't matter all that much with Crystalline Sliver if you have it. But yeah, I could see like cutting 2 of those and bringing 2 Striking Slivers, but those Striking Slivers are so bad.
It's not going to do much, yeah. We just roll with it again.
Okay, let's submit that. Okay, here we go. Game 3 is gonna be hard. Best T23, yeah, exactly. They usually would also have like a couple of Loams. Yeah, exactly. That's why it's in the deck right now over Ley Line in game 2 and 3 against the deck, because it's like it's better than a Ley Line in that it also beats down, because we really have to beat down. There's no grinding against lands with this deck. Like lands just like takes you apart. It even goes down to a level where lands takes you apart by just like eating all of your lands. This looks pretty good. Like now their plan of attacking our lands doesn't even work unless they also have I guess. Ooh, I don't like that. Unless they have Force of Vigor or something. Ooh, this is gonna be hard. Okay. Let's go with this. Sliver. And get a wild down. Actually, if we get 2 wilds down, maybe we can like somewhat spin out of control. What is Saga gonna get against us? I think there's not too many. Oh no. Well, they wouldn't have Needle in the deck, right? Would they really have Needle in the deck post-board against us? I hope not. Because if they do, that would suck. I'd rather not see that happening. Ooh, Hearse. Put-a-dum. Well, it's now or never. Are they gonna have Needle? Chat? Kevin? Is there gonna be a Needle? I'm
gonna say no.
Okay,
I'm gonna be optimistic.
I like that. I can appreciate that. Needle for Hibernation Sliver. That's how it's gonna happen. Okay, let's cast the weaker Sliver. Erwin, wow. No, don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Okay, and we got the second vial. And from here on, it's full-on beatdown. I don't even have red mana, so there's not even like anything crazy happening here. Okay. Construct, we're probably going to be racing those constructs, I would think. But we still need a little bit of help. Just make another construct. Come on. I don't want to play against anything else. I just want to play against construct.deck. Wait, they didn't even play the 4th land when I could. Huh. Okay, and so we should definitely use the Y first. In case they actually do have the Needle. Get that Gale right out there, and then we have 6 from here. Okay, do your worst, opponent.
The first strike actually might be pretty useful. Oh, damn. Oh, man. Oh, we don't have hibernation.
Well, on the upside... yeah, there's no upside. Yeah, you're right, though. Like, the first strike, it almost matters. It almost matters here. Okay. Like, if we get it big enough, like, if we could, like, try sitting behind a wall of something, but that's probably not where we want to be anyway. Let's try it. Oh, of course. And we draw another file. Cool. I think we So there's a good chance we get ported next turn. So we should make the best of what we have right here, and I think that's getting the crystalline out, because that's gonna be important. And then whenever we draw like an extra land, we can try to do something. Because right now we are getting raised. Like, technically we could sit back, but it doesn't feel good. But is the 4 damage really worth it? God, this feels so bad. You know what? You might actually want to sit back. I guess we could attack with one of them in the air. Like this. Is there any way for them to grow it? Like, there's a chance, but we will know. We will see. Yeah, let's try it. Let's try this. And hopefully they won't attack. And won't like an artifact or something. Right now, so, like if they get Thespian Stage, they can even beat Maze with it. Because they can just like tap Maze pre-combat and then attack, and then it's gonna be tapped.
So you would be proud of me.
Did you just unzip your fly?
No, that was my backpack. I was getting some nicotine out.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
I was gonna say you'd be proud of me. The other week I was playing the Paper Magic tournament, and there were probably like 25 people there, and I almost won it all with Blue-Black Mill.
But you did?
Almost.
How far did you go?
Well, I mean, it was only 4 rounds, but I won 3 of them, and I lost to 8 cast.
To 8 cast, yeah, I guess. Yeah, okay, 8 cast can basically beat anything on a good day. But that's actually amazing. So, which kind of decks did you beat?
I beat Belcher. I beat Blue-Black.
Whoa. You beat Belcher?
Yeah, Belcher.
and then
I tossed him out. And I just had a lot of hate. Let's see, I beat Blue-Black. It was like Blue-Black Reanimator Show and Tell.
Well, that's a horrible matchup. Like, from everything we have experienced, like, that's a horrible matchup, right?
Yeah, it was I had a very, very well-timed Tasha surgical type stuff. Like he was playing like Shallow Grave and stuff, and he would like M2 and Shallow Grave, and then it was an interesting matchup. And then Storm. What was it? I think it was another Storm deck actually.
Well, you played against like mono combo that night. Like the
Basically.
fairest deck you played against was like 8 cast.
Yeah.
And Mill goes almost all the way. Oh man. By the way, did you see? Yeah, the first strike actually came in handy. Like we were able to eat one of their creatures. And now they tabernacle us. Okay. Oh, so many upkeep triggers. Oh, here we go. I guess we want to keep the crystalline sliver, right? I would think.
Yeah.
Always no. Always no. Well, we won't be able to get rid of the Pithing Needle anyway. So did you play like any crazy tech?
Well, let's see. The deck is pretty much what it was before. I did. Well, last week. So this was after that week that I did really well. Just because I feel like I needed something against Chalice, because versus 8 cast, I just got Chaliced out both games, and even getting Chaliced out, I got him down to 7 cards in deck, which I felt pretty good about with the Chalice active the whole game. But I started bringing in energy fluxes. I took out the enforcers. I forget. I think I put the 4 forces in the main. Last week it was kind of like I had some really bad mulligans and stuff. So I'll see tonight. I'll run it again tonight and see how it does.
Oh, let me know.
But other than that, the sideboard was about the same.
Cool. Let me know how it's gonna work. I love seeing Mill doing well. By the way, should we do nothing? Should we waste the green source? Well, what is your gut feeling? Should we go after any of those lands? Should we just like keep the wasteland and pass?
I mean, I'm tempted to just go after the depths right now, but
so what's the thinking behind that?
Up,
oh, because they don't have crop rotation.
Yeah.
But why do you want to go up after the dark depths in the first place?
Well, if we go after the Pendlehaven, I'm not the Pendlehaven, the Tabernacle.
Oh, the Tabernacle. Okay, we keep jumping from. Okay, yeah.
if we go after the tabernacle, I mean, that kind of opens up, but it's not like we really have a lot we're working with.
Yeah. No, but I'm wondering, why do you want to go after the dark depth?
Instead of just waiting until when they copy?
Oh, really just like in the first place. Because I don't want to go after it at all. Basically, that's what I'm saying. So I was wondering why we want to do that. Because the thing is, like, they are so far from ever activating that. The Tabernacle doesn't tap for mana, Dark Depth doesn't tap for mana, and they already missed a land drop, so they probably don't have extra lands in hand. So I feel like this is, like, of course they could like rip and get there. In which case, actually, if they rip and we use the Wasteland on the Besieger first, then that's still not good enough. They need to like rip. And the big problem I see right now is that we're not doing anything. The problem right now is that they have the construct and we can't attack past or into the construct without losing everything. Whoa, by the way, if we Wasteland this, that's the part I actually wanted to bring up in the first place. If we Wasteland this, the construct dies. I think that's actually what we want to do, right? We can even like go to the upkeep and see whether they pay. Oh no! Wait, no, we don't want to go to we don't want to go to the upkeep because then they might pay and this stays alive and then we can't attack. So I think we should actually like straight up take out this one. So the construct dies. They have no mana. They miss their land drops. Even if they draw a land, it might not even be a colored source. And we are not doing anything else really except for like attacking for 2 and hoping that we draw additional lands. But I think they are like in a pretty bad spot.
Taking the Besieger is actually that's really smart.
Yeah, they might just like have
a second one. I wasn't thinking about the construct dying.
Yeah. They might just have a second one. I wouldn't be too surprised if they have a second one, but who knows? Maybe they just pass? Yeah, missed the land drop and passed. That's perfect. Okay. Well, perfect in the sense of that we're only attacking for 2 a turn, but you take what you can get. Here we go. And we even found a land. That's perfect. Even found a land that eventually casts Cloud Shadow Sliver. I guess we can always just like basically filter because this one taps for anything. I don't really want to play the Wild. It's just going to be an additional trigger and we will never get rid of the needle anyway. Let's just have 6 here.
And we can fake the force.
Well, we could if I hadn't F6'd. But sometimes the real force fake is when you have 6 and then all of a sudden you don't have 6 anymore. Have you ever done kite surfing, by the way? I know you're like a windsurfer. No, not a windsurfer. You're like a... how do you call it? Like just surfing? Like there's windsurfing, there's kite surfing, and there's surfing, I guess.
It's just surfing, yeah. I've never kite surfed or windsurfed.
Oh, by the way, your opponent, like, get rid of Thespian stage. Okay, okay. Kind of weird, but okay. Pick up. Land, please. Yes, no? Okay, next turn. You're still very far from killing them. But on the other hand, like, if we find more lands, we can get there quicker. So the opponent had not played Thespian Stage for a couple turns and then did the Mox Diamond thing. So I guess they eventually drew Mox Diamond and had a bunch of explorations in hand that don't do anything. Well, they got 3 explorations. We got 3 otherwise. we can play the Sliver, okay. I'm not even sure if we want to play it. I guess we want to do... so they're down to 11. We can attack for 3 instead of 2. Yeah, you know what? Let's get Senor Plated Sliver down. Just for the extra attacks. Oh, and still has like 3 cards in hand. Another Mox Diamond. Okay. This kind of another Dark Depth. Okay. And nothing. Still a bit scary. Because now they actually... Do they win? Like, tap this, turn this into Thespian Stage? No, they are still 1 mana away from doing that. But they could probably like do it soonish. Okay, get those in. Ooh, Saga. Saga can be a bit rough. Let's see. I wouldn't mind drawing Wasteland now, like right at this moment. That's no Wasteland. But I guess we want to keep our creatures. But
I was gonna say if we drew a land, we could let the plated die and then play out the Cloud Shredder and then fly past the construct.
Yeah. Next turn we can actually like let the plated die and play the Gale Rider Sliver, right? So how big is this thing gonna be? 1, 2, 3, 4. Next turn it's gonna be 5. So next turn they're gonna have 5. No, they're gonna have 2 6/6s next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Assuming they still have an artifact to get, which they probably can. But right now it's gonna be a 4/4, and we can't really attack it. Like technically we could attack into it. They would kill the crystalline, and then we'd have the plated sliver, so they would be down to 4. Next turn we play this, get them down to 3. That's not great. Let's wait for a turn. Maybe it's correct to attack. I'm curious what they're gonna get. Haven't played Legacy or like Magicon in a month. One of these days we will draw a land. Oh, well, we already drew 4 lands. That's okay. But yeah, I wouldn't mind drawing a land that casts Gale Rider Sliver next turn. Or rather, one that casts Cloud Shredder to make better use of the mana. Because they both basically do the same. Okay, let's see what this is gonna be. Wait, they didn't get a creature? Ooh, interesting. So they get... Oh, no. They might as well just like get Wasteland here, I guess. Wasteland, take out the territory. Oh, that's so bad for us, because the Plains really doesn't cast all that much. I guess there's also a world where they just like get Thespian Stage, but that's kinda... well, not risky-ish. I'm curious. Yeah, but this is not exactly the kind of deck that we exist to beat. Like if this deck gets to execute its game plan,
bad news bears.
Yeah. Especially since we're like super, you know, put our head down, run into the wall until either the wall or our head cracks. And they found the Wasteland. Smart move. So at this point, like the Plains really doesn't do anything, so we might as well, like, I guess, use it to keep the crystalline alive. Goodbye, plated sliver. We really appreciate those like 3 points of damage you did.
He did his job.
Yeah. Most overpriced lightning bolt in the world, but what can you do? Okay, now we got this one. Gale Rider. Now we're talking. And now we might actually take the game, because the opponent needs to do something now. And they haven't really been proven to be able to do anything for a lot of previous turns until they found that it's a Saga. If we actually steal this game, that's going to be hilarious, because for like 6 turns, we literally did nothing than pay for Tabernacle and attack. Basically, like we are every person in their 40s or 50s. We pay our taxes and we do our work. Then we get home, regroup, and do the same again the next turn. That's just like salaryman life. Realization probably just like sinking in for the opponent that they literally might have just like lost to just doing nothing of value really. They let the construct die, which is probably like the right play, because they're not blocking on the ground anyway and they're not racing us, so they might have more options with like 2 mana. I'm too lazy to think about what those might be. Maybe making a token. And we won the match.
Oh, wow.
Oh, never didn't have it, right? That's how it works.
With the pithing needle and a tabernacle,
Yeah, the pithing needle, that was brutal, especially when we drew the third pithing needle. Yeah, what can we do? Slivers, best tribe in Legacy.
The meat hooks.
So, if Slivers existed on Earth, which kind of like regions of Earth do you think Slivers would live in?
I'd say Africa. They're pretty wild.
I was more going for more like the desert or like the ocean or like the mountains, like Africa, all of it.
Or like the Amazon.
But yeah, like the thing is like the new school or actually middle school Slivers, right? They changed the Slivers again. They look pretty like wild and like I could imagine them in some kind of like rainforest. And I think they also like modeled them after the Predator in Alien or Aliens versus Predator. So
oh yeah,
and I think that one
Predators.
also I think that one also like lives in a jungle. I could see like this one, right? This guy looks like he's born to fight Arnold Schwarzenegger. There we go.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a movie coming.
Okay, let's go for this one, and there's a chance they might just like daze this, which is I guess okay. Because from there, yeah, okay, daze is fine. From there, it's gonna be mono lords. Every turn, there's gonna be a lord, unless they wasteland us. No, don't do that. It's basically why we let on this as well. Oh, they put an island. Oh, it actually is wasteland, okay. So if we draw a 1-mana spell now, that would be sweet. Okay, never mind. As long as we don't get wasteland again, I think we're all Gucci. Okay, no second wastelands, perfect. Just by Ponder. Ooh, Delva is gonna be hard to raise. Either way though, at least we got this one, so we can like get everything down. Maybe this is too conservative. Playing out the crystalline. Maybe the play is really to go like Lord, and try to raise this because this is gonna be pretty big pretty soon. On the other hand, they only have 2 card types in the graveyard right now, and Delva might not flip. Oh well, scratch that.
Yeah, I like the crystalline. I mean, I lean towards that a lot, but the Lord plan might have been the way. I just feel terrible if we just got like the first Lord bolted.
Yeah. The thing is, if you get the first Lord bolted, we probably lose, right? Because that's just like such a big tempo swing. On the other hand, I'm thinking, okay, but if we assume that we're gonna try to play around that, and so the bolt is gonna be in their hand, is that still gonna raise us, even if we like everything else goes according to plan, which it probably is gonna, unless they find another wasteland. We might just be too slow. But yeah, we will see. We shall see. They chose to
and
shuffle.
We do have 6 flyers.
For like some kind of blocking action, right? Okay. So let's get this one down, and here come the attacks. We got our own Delva, it's just on the ground and has Shroud. We got Nimble Mungus, actually. Okay, there's the Lightning Bolt to the face. Yeah, milling Force of Will makes sense. The only card I'm really afraid of that actually interacts with what we're doing is I guess, Wasteland. Because Wasteland might just like straight up shut us down. I'm just happy that this still didn't flip. Uh-oh, fetching here feels like Murktide. Very much feels like Murktide, and we might actually already be dead to Murktide next turn. Fuck that card, seriously. Expressive iteration, my ass, man. Murktide is just so busted. Here we go. Okay, cool. Where is it? Bring it on. Show us the big bad dragon. There we go. Okay, so how do we beat this? Fast forward, we don't, right? This hits us for fucking 8. Yeah, okay. Never mind. Thank you very much, Delva. We love playing against your stupid 2-mana 8/8 flyer, which is like only a creature. Yeah, sure. Whatever works for you. Okay, so well, I could see these. I'm not even sure if I could see Chalice. I could actually see ley lines.
We need like a Sliver symbiote.
To do what?
To block bounce without paying life.
Oh, okay, I see. Oh. So yeah, and it also needs to give flying to all of our creatures.
Oh yeah.
Mm. So what do we actually want? I think Chalice might just be too slow. Maybe. Yeah, let's say Chalice too slow. It makes it easier. I don't hate Maze. Like, whenever I see the list, I'm thinking, like, Maze could actually be good. The thing is, like, we are not that controlish, really, to be like, oh, we're gonna grind them out. Even though I guess we have Leyline. But we really gotta have it in the opening hand. Ah, this is so awkward. Everything is awkward about how to sideboard against Slivers.
Do we really need the Wastelands?
We probably don't. On the other hand, they cast Wild and like a bunch of Slivers. That's basically like why I want to keep them. Otherwise, we go down to 17 lands, and we're already like sort of short on lands, and like we really want to like cast all the 2-drops and maybe even Cypher Sliver. They're not super important because a lot of Slivers also are like all of these we don't cast, and none of our 1-drops. So like let's say we cut one of them just to make it easier. And then what? I don't know how good hers is gonna be, but it might be good enough. On the other end, it's like horrible. Actually, no, it's a single graveyard. Okay, so we could target our own graveyard, even though there's probably not going to be much in our own graveyard. Okay, let's say this is maybe not good enough. On the other hand, maybe it's still better than Leyline. You know what, let's... But Leyline is so good if you have it in the opening hand. Like, if we have Leyline in the opening hand, I'm not even sure if they can win. Like, of course they can win. I've lost with Leyline and play against them, like, many times with other decks. But... maybe Plated Sliver isn't all that great. Like, let's take out 2 of those. And then we still have to take out 3 cuts. Oh my god. I mean, we are learning, right? We are learning. I could see taking out Hibernation Sliver because that's not really where we want to be against them.
Yeah.
We don't want to, like, have to spend mana again and pay life. It's basically, like, what they want to do. I'd rather lose the creature than paying life and replaying it. Okay, so this is a pretty control-ish sideboarding approach to the matchup. I'm not sure whether like Cloud Shredder Sliver even is good in the matchup. It doesn't look too great. But this is where we would need Mr. Daniel Nunes to figure it out. Okay. Well, the hand is serviceable. Guess we start on an uncounterable Crystalline Sliver. That sounds good, right?
I like that plan.
Basically turning off half their deck against us. Kevin, what do you think we are gonna draw next turn?
A Gale Rider.
You think so? Well, I think we're gonna draw a Leyline.
Or a Wastelands.
We were both wrong. Okay, cool. Sotabia, hey, yeah, we are the Sliver Bros tonight. We are... Oh my god, Wasteland again? Okay. Well, it's not the end of the world. Gives us another shot to draw a land, I guess. Oh, you were right! The first thing we can actually cast was Gale Rider. You were right. Gale Rider it is. We restarted the match. We basically both looted 2 cards. Unfortunately, we looted away 2 lands, whereas they looted away 2, like, also lands. But lands they don't want. Okay. Gale Rider versus Dragon Rage Channeler. Which one's gonna be better? Nobody knows. Yeah, this is straight up Flying Man. Is it actually Flying Man or Flying Man? Like, is it singular or plural, the magic card?
I think it's men.
Oh, let's...
Wait, yeah, I'm not positive.
I have no idea. So... Okay, it's Flying Man. Man. I don't even know how to properly announce it. Okay, let's see. So they already lost like 2 of their Wastelands. Maybe this Maze is going to be around for a while. On the other hand, we still need, like, if they ever get like big flyers, we still need to also like match that and go beyond that. I foresee this being a rather weird game. The thing is, it's probably still gonna be over rather quickly if we can't find more lands. Okay, that's fine. You wanna get rid of this? Sure. Please don't make me use Maze. Okay. Oh, it must attack every turn, so I must use Maze. Okay. It's not even their call. Land. Here we go. Land. This counts. Actually, it doesn't count because it doesn't cast Crystalline. No! Well, we could Wasteland them, but I'd much rather just like get something on the ground. Let's get this one down. There's a chance. Actually, I was going to say they daze us, but be my guest. This is uncounterable. Okay, cool. And pass. Okay.
Do you think
sending it back?
Dragon Rage Channeler has a chance of getting banned?
No, I think it's not anywhere close to getting banned ever in Legacy. Like I almost don't go as far as to say not a chance. Like if they touch anything, it's gonna be Murktide and or Expressive Iteration. And I don't think Expressive Iteration really needs to go. I think it's very good, but I don't think it's like a card that's like needs to be banned. I'm very much the kind of person who really wants to see this one go, because it's just like it invalidates so many like fair strategies, because it like creates a scenario where you're really only protected like for a turn or two and the game immediately ends, even if the other player still has like cards to play. And it basically comes down to it's too fast, which is kind of weird for like a vanilla creature, which is isn't really. But yeah, this is we always have these talks about like how big would Tarmogoyf need to be too broken for Legacy, or how big would XYZ be to be too broken for Legacy, and Murktide is the answer. Like Murktide is too broken for Legacy, only barely, but it is. Anyway,
too big, too fast.
Too big, too fast. Fast and Furious, Dragon Rage, whatever. So we could Wasteland, which sounds bad. So I guess we're just gonna go for this one.
Or do we get out the Crystalline?
We can't.
Oh, we can't.
That's the problem. I would love to get it out. Like if he had drawn a land, slam this bad boy down. But funny enough, like now this one has started, like I guess this one's gonna attack. But now this can't attack because it's too small. Yeah, this is the kind of games where now Expressive Iteration is good. But even like only to a degree against us, yes. But I always like compare it against like the Maverick-esque decks, which basically win against Delver by eventually like not even caring about like what Delver presents, because like after turn X, most of the stuff that Delver can present is like weaker than anything. Like basically you win by virtual card advantage, and Expressive Iteration is not the kind of card that really gets you out of a situation where you're virtually out card advantaged. Unless you have dedicated sideboard cards that address that, which might be something Delver would do if Maverick was better right now. Okay, sending this one back. This is the biggest, right? Yeah, 6/6. Yeah, Fatal Push. Another thing against Fatal Push is just like that's lag doesn't really do all that much in Legacy right now.
What if we play the Hearse just to
shrink?
Get the Dragon Rage back down.
I was thinking the same right now, because this one, like the additional Sliver Lord doesn't really do anything for. I guess no, we can't even attack because then we run into this. You know what? Let's try it. It might get dazed because we didn't really present anything yet in the game that could be dazed. So there's a very good chance that this. Okay, never mind. Never mind. So what we can actually do now, probably is force them to attack with these. Right, that's how it works from a single graveyard.
And then we shrink and block and kill.
Yeah, and then we might still lose if they're still like able to get them back up to 3/3 again, which would be like pretty bad for us. But let's see. Fire Blast is gone. Oh, something else kept on top. I don't like it. Maybe I was gonna say maybe we should proactively like use hers, so they can't Murktide again, but actually they can if they want to. Like I was gonna remove the Eva and Brazen Burrower, but let's see. They might actually use Murktide, like play the second Murktide, so these don't have to attack. Yeah, that's what's happening. Okay, can we draw another maze? You got like these stupid gray augurs, whereas they have like 9966 flying, biggest guy in the world.
Gets bigger.
Yeah. Okay. I've never used this on Magic Online or ever, so let's say we remove these two. Eventually we can probably like get this big enough to be bigger than a Murktide. I'm still not sure that's really gonna take us. Oh, this is Mystic Sanctuary. Okay, cool. So you grow your Murktides, put this on top, sure. And that means next time they're gonna draw Expressive Iteration again. Blah. Blah. I'm not even sure what we want to draw here.
It's another maze.
Yeah, other than maze, right? True. We could get Crystalline out because that way we can start protecting our Slivers. On the other hand, getting the Predatory Sliver out also protects our Slivers, and that way we can also cast the Striking Sliver, which doesn't too much. Oh, we could get the Cloud Shredder out so we can have Flyers. That's still not great. What is this turning into a Sliver? No, it's a vehicle. No. Can my car turn into a Sliver? Oh, Julian, can't. Don't like any of those.
So what if we do the? I really want to get the Crystalline, but I feel like if we do like a predatory, and then next turn we can get out the Cloud Shredder, or we do the striking and the next turn the Cloud Shredder, and then we can take 7 off the one Murktide, maze the other, and then the following turn then we can block that second Murktide.
You mean that double block
and kill it? Well, we could double block, yeah, and they'll be big enough.
Or rather triple block
with first strike. Yeah.
Can we still do that while having Crystalline up? Because next turn they get to dig a lot. There's actually a really good chance they find a bolt next turn. So they draw Expressive Iteration for the turn, cast it, they can like mill 2, and then they see the top. Basically, next turn they see the top 5 cards of their deck. Kinda. Top 6 counting the Expressive Iteration we know about. So what if we cast the Crystalline here, and then next turn we cast the Striking one, and we can still do that next turn, right? We can cast Crystalline now, and then next turn we cast... Oh, but then we don't have Flying. Ah, there was something. Then we don't have
I think
flying.
It's smart to get the Crystalline if they're digging that much.
You know, let's do it. Let's do it. Maybe we find something that gives us a push.
But at this point with the Hearst, I'm not worried about the Dragon Rages other than the Surveilling is kind of annoying.
Maybe they do bolt in response now. At least that in that case, they don't really get to make use of the Scry because they probably want to keep the Expressive Iteration on top. Oh, they do have it. Okay. Ah, too bad. Well, in that case, we still probably like went for the correct play because they would have bolted in response to Predatory Sliver anyway. Okay. We are just in a world of a little bit of shit. Can't really put it any other way. This is still... No, this is the second game. I think we lost the first game. Oh yeah, we lost the first game to Mr. Murktide. Mr. Murktide, running evilcorporation.com.
Greed monster.
Yeah. I could see him being the CEO, you know, of some kind of like poison producing, baby killing corporation. But yeah.
We need to get our stock shares up. Buybacks.
Oh. Think of the value. Okay, well, in that case, which one's the biggest? The biggest, but actually we are dead, right? No, pretty close to dead. We go down to 4. Oh no, wait! I could have actually eaten. Oh my god, I was so into like. Never mind. Oh, I feel stupid. Maybe it wouldn't have worked anyway, but let's see. So we take out this one, and this one so we don't grow. Oh man, yeah. There's a world where we actually eat both of the Dragon Rage channels. Instead, we take 2 damage from them now. Okay, Delva's fine. Kinda. Okay, second cavern is probably pretty good. So we get La Pre... Actually, no, how do we do it? We get the Predatory, but we use the Wasteland for that. And then we get the Cloud Shredder Sliver. And we use white and red. Okay. I'm wondering whether we can actually erase them now. So they block like this one in the air, and then they take 10. You could also like tap this, attack with this, but then this one blocks this and this. We're not that, like, I almost want to say we are still losing, right? We're losing a board, especially since they have 3 cards, and we could have eaten these guys, but yeah, we didn't. But it's not the most horrible of positions ever.
If we can get another maze, I feel pretty good.
If we get the striking sliver down, yeah, that is... Oh, Pyroblast? Oh, they just want to grow the dude, okay. Okay. Maybe we should proactively remove... Actually, it doesn't really matter. I was gonna say maybe we should proactively remove something from the graveyard, but the thing is, they have so much mana in play, even if we remove 2 cards right now, they can still make another Murktide. Might as well wait and get some extra information. Another iteration. Here we go. I wanna get off Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Every turn feels the same on the other side of the board. Oh, they keep 2 cards on top. That can't be good for us. Or at least they keep the same card on top twice.
Might just be like bolt to the face.
Oh, and they have Regent in the exile. So we are probably gonna be in chump block mode now. Also, if they ever find Wasteland, it's probably lights out. Okay, let's see. They get to attack first. Is there a way that we actually... we probably can't take away the... What's it called? Delirium. So we can take out... So
if
they
we take out both lands...
Yeah, the thing is they have an artifact. So they are on land, instant, sorcery, creature. So they got 4. So unless we can remove 2 card types, they're still gonna stay on it with the bauble. So is there anything there only have 1 of? There's a creature. Then I see multiple instants and sorceries. Yeah, so we... Any smart move. I guess the smartest move is to send this one back first. And then we have a flyer. We have a flyer that can eat this one. Then this one has to... Actually, we could... This is kind of crazy. Like, we could do this. And then we take 7 of this one and go down to 1. Then they make a Murktide. And then we probably lose. On the other hand, like, if you're gonna throw away, like, the Predatory Sliver on the Murktide, we might as well do this. Like, the other option is to do this. And then we go to 5. And then they make a Murktide, and they have like 3 Murktides, and even the Striking Sliver doesn't help us, yeah. Let's try this, and probably like lose to a bunch of cards that they could have, but I think it's still the overall better play.
This is where having the Siphon out would be cool.
Yeah, this is exactly the kind of game that Siphon would help us out big time, that's true. So... Let's take it. Okay. Wait, why does Crystalline... Oh, I'm so stupid. Crystalline died because one of our lords died. Well, I guess our lord was gonna die anyway. Yeah, we're not. We are so not winning this game.
I wonder if it would have even made a difference if we were able to take out those channelers.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not even sure if they wouldn't have had like some kind of way to interact with it, but yeah. Okay, let's just like take these out. I guess yeah, Wild is not gonna do it. Yeah, can we kill ourselves? No. Okay, we move on to the next game. We got Merc-tided. Merc-tided, Merc-taught. Merc-wrecked, I wanna say.
Happens.
There's a Cascade Sliver. What? Mazaris, what does it do? I guess itself has Cascade and gives all the other Slivers Cascade. But yeah, in Slivers,
isn't that first sliver? The first sliver?
All your Slivers have Cascade. First Sliver, maybe. I think there's a couple of lords, right? There's the OG Sliver Queen, there's Sliver Overlord, which allows you to like search your deck for Slivers. And then I don't know beyond that. I think
Sliver Legion.
I was gonna say Sliver Legion, right? That's something
that's my favorite.
It does something with pumping creatures, right? Is that how it works?
It makes like a coat of arms effect.
Ooh, yeah, that's much better than just like pumping creatures. That's insane.
That's the only one I think is really like viable if you're gonna even go that route. But I feel like if you're gonna do that, you kind of need like gem hides.
Oh, those are the ones that allow you to basically gemstone mine all your Slivers, right? You can tap for any color.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cascade. Slivers basically cast of Cascade. The problem with that card is, for us, we cast that, which is great. And then we get another Sliver. And then we get a 1-mana Sliver. And then it's over. Or we get a Wild. But yeah, I could see that being a lot of fun in EDH at least. Or you should look at that. Eric is on 18 trophies. For somebody who's pretty much retired from competitive Magic, that's a lot of trophies. I wonder whether he's like still straight up just like black red reanimating people. Probably, I would guess.
Retired, he says.
Yeah, people who retire from Magic, they usually come back more powerful and stronger. Like very, very dangerous. If you ever face somebody in a GP and they tell you, well, I'm retired from competitive Magic, you know, like, oh shit, I'm not gonna win tonight.
The sight game.
Yeah. Here we go. Support local artists. We shall do that. This is... I feel like all of these hands are like... We can keep pretty much anything as long as we have 2 lands. It's gonna be really hard to create a land that has 2 lands that we can't keep. I guess if you have like 3 wilds or something, but even... yeah. One is mulligan down to 5. So even if you try to support the local artists, they are not supporting themselves. Shame on them.
Come on, get it together.
By the way, about that surfer greeting, right? That thing, you see that? Is it like something people do in movies and then like real surfers adopted it? Or is it like an actual thing?
Well, I think it came from Hawaii.
And what does it mean?
I think, oh, I don't remember seeing the meme, but I think like that hang loose came from like Hawaii. And then surfers just adapted it because that's where surfing came from, I think.
Okay. So when I was in
It's
Kenya,
like,
I was there.
bro.
I was there with like a group of guys who basically do everything. They are well a sports tour operator, I want to say. They do like mountain biking, windsurfing, kite surfing, and 2 more things I forgot. For wing foiling and a couple of other things. And one of the guys
do
told
wingsuits?
No, not wingsuits, wing foiling. Do you know what that is? Let me get a picture of that. Because apparently it's brand new. It's basically surfing, but you use like a freehand wing, I want to say. But before we do that, do you think they are going to be like some kind of storm deck? In which case we should just like go for a quick kill as opposed to crystalline? Yeah, like basic island, straight up basic island from the hand. That's... What are your thoughts? Like basic island from the hand, but like an ugly basic island that could be one of those
Could
blue,
be
white,
high
red.
tide.
Oh, if it's high tide, you know what? Then we're gonna go straight for these. Sometimes just go for the gut feeling.
I play Lord. Yeah.
Yeah, Lord is good. So this is wing foiling. Can you see it? This is what people do. They carry a wing in their hands, and then you go surfing, and your surfboard comes out of the water.
So it's like an adapted version of kite surfing.
Yeah, there's also like dedicated.
It's like a difference. It's like a
I think
yeah.
There's also kite foiling. I think they call it kite foiling. Yeah, and that's kite surfing, but you also use one of those foils. So this is like you still use a kite, not a wing, but you still use the thing that makes you come out of the water. So there's like different versions of all of that kind of stuff. Anyway, so the guys I was traveling with,
interesting.
Yeah, the guys I was traveling with, like one of the surfers, he told me that whenever like people do the double surfer sign in a picture, that's a clear tell that they are not actually surfers, because only like tourists do the double, like with both hands, and real surfers they just do like the one hand thing. And I was like, oh my god, I'm not a real surfer, but now I know. I'm in the know.
You can get in all the secret clubs now.
Yeah, exactly. The ancient scrolls were read to me right in front of my eyes. I absorbed ancient wisdom. Okay, thus far, this is pretty straightforward. Sliver players say that a lot, I guess. Imagine if we just like play another Lord next turn and then we take them out on turn 4. But yeah, that kite surfing, I mean, the guys, they kept telling me it's kind of dangerous. It's not like something to be like, oh yeah, you know what, it's gonna be fine. It's kind of dangerous. Like every year a couple of people die doing it, but it looked so amazing. It looked so fucking amazing. Like, I want to try it one day. Like next time I come to Kenya, maybe. I'd love to do it. Have you ever been tempted by other sports, or are you so into surfing that you'd be like, you know what, I just love it so much, I don't even want to do anything else?
I wouldn't say I've been like super tempted. Like for a second, I tried skydiving once, and then
oh wow,
realized like that was cool to do it once, but I'm like terrified of heights, so I probably am not gonna do it again. I have a friend that does the wingsuits, and he posts his videos on Instagram. I'm like, dude, how are you still alive? Because he'll be flying past, he'll jump off the top of these mountains, and he has a camera on his head, and he'll be going, probably easily 100 miles an hour, and he'll get within like 10 feet of a cliff as he's zipping past it. I'm like, dude, how are you still alive?
That sounds crazy.
I'm just
I've seen some
expecting a
videos of
call
people
from
do
his
that.
mom one of these days.
Yeah, it looks surreal. Oh, there's something flying. But you've done skydiving, right? You haven't done like that thing where you actually, that is skydiving. I thought you meant like parachuting. Have you actually done like the proper skydiving with the suit?
No, not like that. Not the wingsuits.
Oh, wingsuit.
No,
That's the one. Not skydiving.
Just like
okay.
jumping and parachuting. That's skydiving. But the wingsuit, I think you just call it wingsuiting. I'm not entirely sure if there's another name for it.
Yeah.
But that's where, you're basically a flying squirrel. Supposedly, you're supposed to have done. I think like for you to do the wingsuit thing, you're supposed to have done like 200 skydiving jumps or something before you're like either allowed to do it or supposed to be doing it, like to have that much comfort.
It's omniscience. Well, we will see. Maybe they fizzle off the panda. Yeah, but I've seen those GoPro things, right? And like the GoPro software is so advanced, sometimes the people have the camera behind them, but you don't see the thing that's connecting them to the camera. It's kind of crazy. You get to do like a third person thing of yourself, and the artificial intelligence, like it erases the beam that's connected to your head to keep the GoPro camera in place. It's insane. It's actually insane.
Yeah, it looks like it's just like you had somebody right in front of your face shooting you.
Yeah, or behind you. It uses 2 cameras to render out the cam stuff. Oh, that's how it works. Cool. So you get like one camera and the other, and then like they put the pictures together and they... That's smart. Okay, solve the equation probably kills us. I mean, if solve the equation doesn't kill us, then the deck is misconstructed, I guess. Cunning Wish. Same like 2 eyes and you don't see your nose. You have a way to explain things, very easy. Actually, if I want to... Oh god, I can't see my nose, but then I get headaches. When we were in Kenya, like, we were traveling with 9 people altogether. And yeah, we're gonna concede here. And 2 of them actually had their kids with them, like 8 years. And we pulled the classic, by the way, did you know that only 10% of people in the world can lick their elbows? And the kids went like, Okay, so harmonic sounds good. Mindbreak doesn't exactly sound good, but it's like playable. And I wouldn't hate Chalice. So let's say we take out these. We don't need... Well, we might need Striking Sliver, but we don't really. Siphon doesn't do anything. And you also don't really need Crystalline or Hibernation Sliver, though. There's so many we don't really need. We also don't need Plated Sliver. We don't even need Gale Ray Sliver, but like, they're 1-drops. Like, right now I'm only thinking about, like, maybe some kind of interaction with Grizzlebrand, but are we ever gonna get a 7/7? Probably not. So out of those, 3 stay in the deck. Which ones are gonna be the ones that stay in the deck? 3. Could see.
You don't
like,
want mazes?
Nah. Because they're like blue-green. Like blue-green rarely ever kills you like with Grizzlebrand. Like, and even if they have Grizzlebrand, they draw 7. It's, yeah. Against like the typical blue and red, I would consider it at least. But against those guys, they most of the time win with Omniscience.
Maybe keep 2 strikings in the Siphon.
Yeah, I could see. Oh, it's just like, it feels so bad to have the striking ones. Actually, you know what? They might have Uro, but even then, we're also not gonna get past Uro. But I guess we can like set up something where they, if they attack their Uro, it dies. What if you just like keep all of those and we take those out? Actually, maybe Unlicensed Hearse is gonna be okay. Nah, it's not. Okay, let's keep all the striking ones. I guess that's the best we can do. It's gonna be awkward because we also bring in Chalice and yeah, we'll figure it out. What if you like take out one of those and actually keep the Unlicensed Hearse? Yeah, you know what? If they do go for this weird Uro plan, which they might have, then actually I'd rather have 2 of those. Actually, no, 2 of those are gonna be bad. Let's try this. And we'll see how it works. Sapphire Medallion Storm, not so much. Well, I guess we can try to raise them, right? That's it's basically the idea in most of our matches. Born Mulliganing again. Okay. Land, Sliver, go. This, the magical Sliver. Hive. And now I guess the way it works is, right, do we play Sinew Sliver first? Is that how it's supposed to work, or do we play Cloud Shredder first? I always like have a hard time wrapping my head around which way it's supposed to go. Do you play
I would do the Lord.
Lord first and then Cloud Shredder? Or Lord and then Cloud Shredder? It's kind of hard to say. Maybe it's Cloud Shredder first actually and then Lord. So that way we do like 2 and then on the following turn we do 1, 2, 3, 4. So we do 5. Whereas if we play the Lord first and then Cloud Shredder, we only deal 4.
Oh, we do get 1 extra, yeah.
Let's try this. I think there's a case to be made for going Lord first if you can play like Cloud Shredder into Lord next turn, but maybe I'm just like... The heat is melting my brain. All I can do is like tap lands and cast creatures and attack, but once it gets to the order of doing things, it's a lot harder. Yeah, this is very flavorful. It's just gonna look so bad. Like all of what we're doing is just gonna look so bad when opponent next turn just goes straight up land, show and tell omniscience. If we ever get Harmonic Sliver into play, right? The one that disenchants upon entering play, there's a chance. They can even technically win in response to it if they have like a bunch of instants, like Cunning Wish would probably do it. But let's see. Oh, this is actually kind of cool because now we can do this and have the Striking Sliver. I feel like so excited about this because we get to use we get to make perfect use of our mana and attack for 6 damage. But now the big turn is coming, and now this might be the turn where we just get wrecked. Uh-oh. Straight up third basic land? Yeah, that's show and tell. Okay. Well, in that case, let's get this one down. And hope they just fail to find anything. It's kind of cool, you know, actually, if we have Hibernation Sliver and Harmonic Sliver down. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're not beating that. If we had Hibernation Sliver and Harmonic Sliver down, then we could even... Oh, I pressed the wrong button. No! I have to win.
Flawless victory!
No, I added too many wins now. I have to reset the wins. Okay. And we do it like this. And we add a loss. There we go. My system here is too advanced for myself. Now I was going to say, if we ever get like Hibernation and Harmonic, then even if we do the play where we put in Harmonic for show and tell and they have an instant, then we could still bounce the Harmonic or any other sliver and replay it whilst, for example, the Cunning Wish on the stack. So that would actually be like a pretty good luck. And that luck is so good that I wonder whether we actually should have mulliganed a little bit more aggressively to find maybe Harmonic or something that... The thing is, we didn't really have all that much attacks with them. Even like Chalice wouldn't have done anything. But yeah, I mean, this is not... Show and tell is probably like a horrible matchup for the stack in the first place.
Yeah, that's a tough one. So wait, 4 and 1. We're 1 and 3 or 1 and 2.
Oh, it
right?
says 4 and 1. I thought I had like reset the wins. So reset win. Okay, and now I had 1 win and 1 loss. Here we go. By the way, that win ratio on the side, that's probably like all messed up by now because I have to like reset stuff all the time. But yeah, it's still like a rough ballpark estimate. Okay, another playable hand. And while we're at it, I have to change this one. This screen recording to... I don't even know. Probably like this. No, that's wrong. Yeah, like this. Okay, cool. And now we go into the game. Oh, well, another Delver. Another day, another Delver. And we shall meet Dragon Rage Channeler with our Striking Sliver. Like right now, we are ahead on board. They can't attack, we can attack into them. We win the race. Anybody wants to bet money on us? Actually, opponent was last team playing Cheskai control. They could also be like on some kind of Cheskai control deck that just happens to play Dragon Witch Channeler. But yeah, it's much more likely it's just going to be straight up Delver. No attacks. Yeah. Okay. In that case... Oh. You know what? Let's just like Cloud Shred it up. This is like 4 damage and then all the lords get haste. This is probably going to be a game where a lot is going to depend on whether we get to keep Cavern of Souls. Because once Wasteland comes online, it gets ugly. We can still like cast our guys, but then they basically daze for almost like a time walk. We will see. Okay, these days is gone, so it's probably not going to be a Wasteland there. We got land, instant, sorcery. So this is only going to hit us for 1. And we hit back for 6 now. Most likely. Okay, we got this one. Sliver. I'm actually gonna run out the while first, because this way it probably won't get dazed. Like if they want to daze it, okay. Whereas if we run out the Sinew Sliver first and they have daze, yeah, they might even be considering dazing it. Maybe even just, you know, to get that Dragon Rage Channel trigger. Like I could see doing that if I was on their side. Oh, they're forcing it? What? I mean, it's probably like the only thing left in the deck that you can force, but still. Maybe they really want to get... Yeah, they pitched their force, okay. Yeah, maybe they really just want to get rid of the top card here. It's still a weird coin. Oh, because I didn't... yeah, I have to change the deck on... I wish Cardboard Life did that automatically. Here we go. You're right, I still have to change the deck list. I changed the deck list in Cardboard Live, but I also have to change the deck list on Twitch in the extension.
Yeah,
thingy.
that coin flip list was it was fun to try, but it fell on its face.
I think we won. Didn't we win a match? I thought we won a match.
We stopped someone from getting their trophy.
Worth it. Oh, dice, baby. There we go. This is Slivers. Now we go. Okay, I updated the list. Opponent did not shuffle. Okay, here comes the wasteland that we were scared of. But right now, okay. Now we got the wasteland. The wastelanders have become the wastelandees, if we want to. But I think I might actually rather... this is tricky. We could wasteland, then see whether they bolt anything. Because if we play Sinew Sliver now with wasteland on the board, then they basically they bolt something in response. I guess that's okay. And then they can't daze. Yeah, actually, you know what? That's actually okay. Let's do it. And then we get the green. On the other hand, they could daze using the volcanic, and I don't want that. This is... I can really tell how my brain is melting as we play.
I would waste the volcanic.
Okay, now we did it this way. Looks like it kind of worked out. Like, even if they want to trade now, I think that's okay for us. And I think if they had a wasteland, they might have... if they had a bolt, they maybe even would have bolted the Cloud Shadow Sliver. I'm not sure. We're just gonna, like, see what happens now. I feel so bad being in, hey, let's see what happens mode. Okay, now this is pretty bad because now we lose a creature for free, but at least they take 4 damage. Yeah, this is really bad. I don't like this. What have I done? What have I done with my life? There was a reason to wasteland before combat, even after resolving the Lord, and I totally forgot about this being the reason. Because if we wasteland after playing the Lord, then they must make a decision, and then we know whether to attack. And this was actually like, I think you even called to play it this way, and I totally like skipped past that. Oh, this is so bad. This is so stupid. Anyways, oh, we lost another Lord. Oh, we're bleeding Lords left and right. This is basically Game of Thrones. Okay, let's see. If this goes through, we can at least... Oh wait, all of those can attack. This is crazy. Cloud Shredder Sliver, where have you been all my life? Let's get them down to 1. Okay. You might still just like straight up win this. They can't fetch anymore. They can't force. Well, they already lost 2 forces. We still won the game. Okay. So...
Well, that's just because they didn't have any Murktides.
Yeah. So what's the play? What's the sideboarding? I still have no idea how to sideboard against Styver. Do you want to call it this time?
I like the mazes.
Okay.
I think we can take out... I don't know, kind of like everything.
Do you? Cool.
Maybe take out, even though the plateds are kind of nice, I kind of like all the other slivers more. Or maybe the hibernations.
Oh, yeah.
2 hibernations.
I would, okay, 2, I would take out all, but okay.
Or just all of them, yeah.
Okay. And then we get either plated slivers or more of, well, this stuff.
I don't hate trying the ley lines.
Okay. So we got those. Then we would take out the plated slivers. That would be a 60, right? Yeah, Chalice I don't like too much, especially on the draw. It's just so slow. Like on the play.
This.
You like this?
Yeah, I would go for this.
Oh, okay, let's submit it. So Freak, I could like be talked into trying Chalices on the play. It's just I don't want to do it. Okay, we got the ley line. Let's see how good that's gonna be. I mean, they had the Ledger Shredder, which is, I guess, one way to be a little bit better against Leyline. But just like knowing that we basically turn off Murktide, that's such a good feeling. And we still have like a functional hand. And we have Cavern. Yeah, all of this is going to be great. If this is going to be Ponder, I might even just like straight up Wasteland them. Oh, we have Wild though. Oh. You know what? Let's do it like this. If this resolves, we're gonna pull ahead. If it gets dazed, we still pulled ahead. Yeah, it looks like daze. And then, unfortunately, we don't have a 1-mana play next turn because otherwise we could do like 1-mana play and Wasteland them. But there's also a chance they just like play straight up like Fetch Land or even Basic Land if they have it in hand. Or Wastelanders. Yeah, that's the third option. But now, you know what? We should actually start with Wasteland. Because if they have another Wasteland, we'd much rather have our Wastelanded than the Cavern, because the Cavern is going to be really important. Okay, and here we go. So now, they actually had the second Wasteland, but at least now we have our Cavern. And I think if you find another land now we're in a really good spot. Unless they have the third Wasteland, of course. Okay, they don't. Dragon Rage. Very much a fair fight going on right now. Eternally 1-1 versus not Eternally 1-1 and Flying. Flying Man versus... What's the generic 1-mana 1-1? Wait, this didn't attack? What? Okay. What's the most generic 1-mana 1-1 in Magic? Squire? No, Squires are 1-2. Squire does not count. Squires are 1-2. And it costs 2 mana. This is like all. No, and no. Fugitive Wizard. Yeah, that's true. But hasn't there been like a much earlier card? Or Fugitive Wizard. That's the one. But hasn't there like been a much earlier card that would also qualify for that? Moon's Goblin Raiders. That's the one.
Oh, yeah.
Moon's Goblins Raiders. That's the one.
Or Pearl Trident. Merfolk with the Pearl Trident.
Merfolk with the Pearl Trident. That was an alpha. Yeah, right? Yeah, true. Wait, what gets petty thefted here? Oh, the Leyline? Okay. Okay. You spend a lot of money on getting rid of the Leyline. Okay. Ledger Shredder. Okay, let's see if we can raise this. So this is a 1-3 flying. And if... Oh, we get another one of those. Okay. This could eventually become sweet. Can we attack into it right now? Kinda-ish. So if we draw a land next turn, then the Cloud Shredder is going to be insane if we play it this turn. If we play the Cloud Shredder, none of these do anything this turn. Whereas if we play the Lord, yeah, you know what? It's Lord time. Eight white, okay. I was going to play the green one. I want to play the green one. We are going to play the green one. Okay. Well, this doesn't technically... This just gets blocked for free, I guess. Okay, let's get this one. Is there a generic 4-mana 4-4? Probably some kind of Bailiff. Or maybe some card I should actually know about that I don't. That I totally forgot. Because like the generic 2-mana 2-2 is Grizzly Bears, and then we have Grey Ogre at 3 mana. What is the generic 4-mana 4-4? It's probably like a green card. Like once you get to like 4 mana, 4 power toughness sizes in earlier sets, that used to be a green thing. Like being a 4-mana 4-4 used to be like a perk of being in green because other like colors wouldn't get that. Rumbling Bailiff, which set is that from? By the way, I knew it was gonna be a Bailiff. I just had a feeling like 4/4, that's Bailiff size. Which set is Rumbling Bailiff from? Okay, now they got their flyers. That's fine. Dude, if we can draw a land next turn, it's gonna be insane. You might even just like win on the spot if you draw a land. So if you draw a land, this is gonna be like a 4/4, 4/4, big, and 4/4. No land, but first strike. Okay. How is it gonna work? So this would turn into a 4/4. This triggers on instant sorceries, right? Or non-creature spells, I guess. Cast a second. Wait, second spell each turn? Ooh. So if we play this becomes a 3/5. Okay. Well, there's gonna be some weird attacks then. You know what? We get some time, so let's just like get this guy down. And then maybe even draw a land next turn and be like big. All over the place big. Yeah, you get your Ledger Shredder, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's okay. Rough Tumble. Yeah, it could be, but I'm not in the mood of playing around Rough Tumble. Also, yeah, you're making a good point also that they have flying. my brain really needs to melt back into Magic. Maybe they're gonna tumble. 6 damage to all flyers. But if I remember correctly, I think the correct term is infinite mana. Infinite mana in Legacy starts once you get to 5+ mana. Like at 5 mana, there's like still a border checkpost that you have to cross. You have to show that you're like not sane anymore, and then you get the allowance to play 6 mana, infinite mana spells. Yeah, this is, I guess, Murktide. Okay. Oh, this one has to attack, right? Ooh. And we can block a double strike. And there's nothing they can really do about it, right? Because, oh, this is perfect. Oh, I love this. You know what? All of those guys, block this shit. There's nothing you can do. And if you can do something about it, I want to learn about it right now. I want to put 2, 4... How much damage is it going to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We put 11 damage on that Dragon Rage Chandler. Yes.
Screw that guy.
Take it down. Fuck you, in particular. Oh, 2 Murktides. Oh, that's gonna be big. But maybe our Slivers are just gonna... Oh god, this is so big. This is so stupid. Also, let's not forget they still have the Brazen Borrower if it ever starts mattering. This is so stupidly big. Yeah, start the game with Lane upon his 2 Murktides by turn 8. I mean, right now we can still like throw all the damage in the world at them. Let's get another one of those. Green and that. And Plated Sliver. What happened to Leyline? It got bounced by Petty Theft. And we grow the Shredder. That's okay. I keep saying that, but it's actually not okay. I don't want them to grow it, but yeah. Okay, so what is our Alpha Strike gonna be like? They block our 3 biggest creatures, which is like, well, basically 1, 2, 3. So we attack for 3, 6, 9, 12. They are dead. Let's recount. 3, gets blocked, gets blocked, gets blocked. 3, 6, 9, 12. Suck it. Here we go. All in. Let's hope I didn't miss anything. This deck is so straightforward. I'm loving it. This is the perfect deck to come back into Magic Online after almost a month in Kenya. I really hope I didn't miss anything. Otherwise, this is going to look stupid. Slivers is very fun. Slivers is like fixed Murphog. We won. I can't believe it.
It's good, clean Magic.
Yeah, this is... I mean, mana-wise, it's not exactly clean. I just love, like, all our lands don't matter. Like, it's just like, yeah, tap this land, tap that land. It's gonna be fine.
No color fixing.
So this could actually end up being a 3-2. We could actually, like, win our entry back. Sliver Lecky 1 inbound. There's actually no quintessential turn 1 Sliver, right? Like Goblin Lecky, or for elves, it's gonna be like Llanowar elves or Merfolk. Well, they used to have Curse Catcher, now it's like not clear what the quintessential turn 1 play is. But for Slivers, there's no signature turn 1 play. I guess while all the iconic. Okay, here's my question: what is the most iconic Sliver ever, other than Sliver Queen? What is the
I'd probably
most?
say muscle.
Yeah, I want to say muscle. Too. But we took away the excitement. Somebody want to disagree?
Oh, because sorry.
Anybody else who wants to be wrong, like, raise your hands if you want to be wrong. Okay, Crystalline I can buy. Crystalline I can buy. Predator Sliver, is that the new green one? But that's the new green one, right? That doesn't count.
Yeah, you got to pick something in like Stronghold.
Yeah, that I was almost gonna say like Winged Sliver, but Winged Sliver, no. Winged Sliver alone is not like great, but it's like Muscle Sliver. Like, you look at this, it's like, yeah, power, toughness, muscle, sliver.
Goes to reps.
Yeah.
Goes to the gym.
Yeah, that guy doesn't skip leg day. Actually, we can't tell.
Eats his meat.
I'm not even sure what part of it is supposed to be the leg. What does the flavor text say? The air was filled with cracks and snaps of flesh hardening as the new Sliver joined the battle. This is so badass. This is quintessential Sliver time. Mist from Ultimus. No, definitely not. But I appreciate the approach.
I just hope this vial sticks around.
Well, it probably is gonna stick around. Like, when I see this one, well, I guess there could be some kind of like Teferi deck that still bounces it, but that would be... Actually, it wouldn't be all that slow. But now that we get Crystalline down, it's gonna be... Unless they're a combo deck, I'm feeling really good about our chances here. Phantasmal Image. Okay, opponent, so... I have no idea what you're doing, but even if they have mass removal now, like, we got Hibernation Sliver. We got it all, but my gut feeling is still there. But actually, they played turn 1 Brainstorm there. They could actually be Storm. Actually, this is probably Storm. Yeah, it's very, very much Storm. Or, I guess, Doomsday with... actually, wouldn't Doomsday... Doomsday is, like, very few scenarios where Doomsday would turn 1 Brainstorm. Not unthinkable, but much less likely than Ad Nauseam or something. Anyway, we got a bunch of Slivers. How about we start with the Lord? Siphon is cool as well, yeah. I guess we could play it, but it's... if this was Ad Nauseam Storm, then there's like a world, but... I'd rather get the Lords down and then While in Siphon next turn and gain a bunch of life. Whereas right now, if we play it now, we only gain 2 life, and it's not exactly exciting.
Yeah.
There are only 3 creatures that has no text in our 4/4. Rumbling Bailiff is the oldest in M14. Okay, no, that's some pub quiz trivia. I would have never guessed that it took until M14 until we got a card like that. Okay, no blocks, and then there's gonna be another Sliver. And of course, it's the mighty Muscle Sliver.
Oh, we didn't want to get that in before combat for the extra point?
We get it in before damage.
Oh, this is before damage.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Suchi's the oldest 4/4/4/4. Oh, well, actually, that counts. That does count.
I forgot about Suchi.
Yeah. You know, people in Germany, they keep calling it sushi. At least the guy who plays old school at my shop. Or, well, we don't really play at a shop anymore. We play at a bar/restaurant. But he keeps calling it sushi. Sushi. Do we want to leave our Wild and 2 for Hibernation shenanigans? I'm not sure. Like, this very much looks like Storm. I mean, we could. And just like, yeah, actually... think we might as well, because there's nothing I think we could really draw. Okay, here we go. So Sliver, and then we do this before combat. Black, this and that, and then we gain 10 life. You know, maybe 10 life is actually gonna be just good enough to survive some kind of like weird storm thing. Okay, opponent. Wait, they just passed again?
Worst.
What? There's no way. They play a land, okay.
They don't want to give up what they got.
I mean, the most likely kill right now is something involving Past in Flames. Okay, they just like straight up don't have it. Okay, good. So I very much think this is Ad Nauseam Storm. So these are like the most likely things I want to bring in. And we would take out like Plated Slivers. Like even the Gale Rider Slivers don't do anything, right?
Yeah.
It still feels weird though to take, well, Crystalline Slivers are also not that great. Actually, I want to take out all of those. On the other hand, I don't hate taking out all the one-drop Slivers if we bring in Chalices. There's like very tiny... It really doesn't matter all that much. This is what I want to say. But the thing is, like, those, like, the best quality they have is that they come down on the first turn and then get pumped, like, during turn 2 or 3, which makes them a consideration for keeping at least some of them. Just so we can race, because otherwise our first turn is going to be, like, pretty bad. So, in the end, I foresee us keeping some of those. In which case, which ones do you think are the best? Like, probably not Strikings. Well, Striking Slivers are probably, like, best when they have some kind of, like, empty turn, if they do that. Plate the Sliver is basically the same with regards to that, though. Crystalline is also not good. Hibernation. Like, none of these are good. I could even, like, see keeping this. And then we take out something. Actually,
what kind of removals do they play? Just like Fatal Pushes?
Yeah, like targeted removal, I would think. So I could actually see doing it like this, and then we take out... Yeah, probably like the flying ones. Yeah, maybe this is the way to go. There's a world where we can have like a Harmonic Sliver if they do like... what's the Infernal Tutor? Talisman, Wishclaw Talisman, Pass. But that's also like very niche for a 3-mana 1/1. And we might even end up like destroying our own Nyrods, Chalices, or like not being able to play the Harmonic Sliver in the first place because of that. Yeah. Is cutting Vile an option? It could, actually, you know what? It could be. We could cut Vile for like creatures. For like additional creatures, because the games are gonna be pretty quick. Actually, I don't hate that. Actually, that sounds really good. I mean, the upside about Wild is that we keep them in the dark about whether we might actually have the kill, so they might like not go for a risky turn that could kill us, and then we get the guaranteed kill. But I don't actually like taking out Wild. And we bring in Nylrod. Good point. You know what? We're gonna do that. That sounds good. That actually sounds really cool. And guess what? We ended up keeping all of the 1-mana Slivers. But yeah, this is... I guess this is how it's gonna work. Let's ship it. Yeah. Not the most exciting hand, but it's playable, and we are on the draw, so we might as well pray to find something. Here we go. Oh, nothing? Okay, cool. Ah, we found membership. Oh, that's good. That's good. It's still gonna take us quite a while to like work our way through whatever they have. Well, in terms of life total. But we're getting there. Okay. It's gonna be end of turn Fatal Push. Oh, it is. Or maybe even dismember. Oh, it's fatal push. Okay, cool. Okay. Guess our plate sliver ended up being like kind of like a discard spell in disguise. Oh. You know what? Let's go for the muscle. How deep do we need to go before this starts mattering? Activate only if you control a sliver. So at 6 lands, we can actually activate this to make creatures. Okay, still a little bit far out. This Wishclaw? No. 3 mana? What? Ooh, Plague Engineer. Okay. I have no idea what's going on. Maybe this is actually like Grixis control. This could actually be Grixis control. Or maybe, you know, it's like A&T and they happen to have like a Plague Engineer too in the sideboard. But right now it actually looks like Grixis control. I wonder if we will ever be able to like connect with the Mindbreak Trap. Oh my god, we took out all the good cards against Grixis control, like Hibernation Sliver, Crystalline Sliver. Oh, wow. Okay, so what's the plan? What's the plan? I guess part of the plan is we got this. Does this one... This is supposed to be a 2-2, right? So this one still stays alive. But first of all, we are gonna get down Lead Shellies. See whether we can take out some of their cantrips or something. Okay, and then we get this one. And here we go. Hidetsugu. Well, Hidetsugu only does it take out 1 or less, or exactly 1. 1 or less would be quite annoying. Yeah, this is so not Ad Nauseam Storm. Okay, this is gonna be really rough now. We need the first strike, dude. We need Mr. First Strike. And I'm sorry, I don't even remember the name. First Strike Sliver.
Striking.
Striking. Very much striking. Well, now that they have 2 Baleful Strikes, we need even more than that. Yeah, okay. You know what? We still have some kind of thing against this kind of deck. We do have Sliver Hive. And once Sliver Hive becomes active, it's gonna get... Actually, not all that ugly. We keep making one more. Like, our entire game plan right now rests on Muscle Sliver. As was promised.
Oh yeah, we don't have the crystallines in even.
Yeah, we got nothing. Oh, and I think at this point we just go to the next game. Oh, well, yeah. Talk about mis-sideboarding. Okay, let's take this out. Let's take these out. Let's take the Nyrods out. It's actually a wonder we only do 2 of our sideboard cards. Okay, so we want all of those 7. Those are great. We probably still want Wilds, even though they will probably eventually die to Hidetsugu. But now we cut one thing from the deck. What would that be? Maybe Siphon Sliver doesn't really do anything. I could even see cutting the second if there was anything else we'd want. Like Chalice, but I'm not too keen on Chalice. I don't hate Harmonic. Harmonic allows us to take out Baleful Strixes. And maybe even Hidetsugu? No, actually it's an enchantment. How do I not know how these cards work? Hidetsugu. I totally mistyped that. Wrestle of the Orc, Hidetsugu, the Warring class, Hidetsugu, second right. No, I want... It's enchantment, right? Even after it flips, so I wasn't completely wrong. Perfect. The best kind of not wrong. Now I'm even considering the second one. On the other hand, it still takes out our wilds and hers. But once Hidetsugu comes down, we don't have wilds anymore anyway. Maybe just go with 1. And the Plate Sliver is going to be really good against them. Oh yeah, against the engineered Plague Engineers. I think we're going to run with this. And let's see how good the hearse is going to be. Turn 1 Wild. No. But still, actually, yeah, this is quite decent. Like, as soon as we get Crystalline Sliver on the board, I'm just happy. That's just like everything I need in my life. And let's lead with the weaker sliver in the matchup, just striking sliver, just in case they... Like the turn 1 play is supposed to be a removal spell. I'd rather lose this than this. Also, this is old frame, which makes it infinitely better. Here we go. This.
So we got our Shepherd reprint. Did you see that artwork?
Weren't there like a couple of different artworks? One looked interesting. Like, I'm just like the kind of guy I always, except for Brainstorm, want to play the original artwork of any card. So I only like glance over those. But do you think it's gonna bring down the price? That to me, that's the biggest thing.
Well, I saw because I was looking at the Jumpstart ones. You can get the Jumpstart ones for like $30 now.
Okay.
And they were like 50 before the spoiler.
Okay, so it definitely did help, right?
I'm not. I was trying to find pricings for like I mean pre-order pricings are always kind of I never pre-order individual cards, but as long as they have like a because I don't like the etched foilings. You know, I'd want to get the original artwork with, you know, a normal foiling for elves, because you know most of my elves is foiled. I don't think I'll go get like the borderless flashy stuff, because that's just going to be stupidly expensive.
Yeah. I still don't fully understand what like an etched foil is. And I know friends of mine accidentally ordered etched foils and they were like, oh shit, I didn't know. Because they looked the same when they ordered them, but when they arrived, they felt completely different. But yeah, this is...
They just look like it's like a metallic coating, but it doesn't really like have... It doesn't have like a foiling, as much reflectiveness.
Oh, but that's the best part
darker.
about foils. Especially like the shooting star on the bottom, once you can still like get that. Edged foil equals just bad. Okay, yeah, I'm convinced. Oh, we got hymned. Okay, well, we still have another muscle sliver. Actually, we lost our... Yeah. I want to say we lost our 2 worst cards, but actually I like muscle sliver more than predatory sliver. But no! This is the worst move I've ever seen. Surgical extraction against slivers. More Colio. I don't know about that.
Come on, man.
This is almost as bad as surgical against Murphock. Maybe it's actually worse. But anyway, we keep doing what Slivers does. We just keep spitting things on the board and turning them sideways as soon as it doesn't stick anymore. Okay. We got 5 damage coming your way. And then we will probably like lose the game. Actually, I was going to say we will lose the game as soon as the Baleful Strix comes down, but that's not right. Because we have first strike. We have the mighty striking sliver. Who puts in surgical versus slivers, yeah. Oh man. Okay, let's see. From this turn on, we're basically in top deck mode. We slam everything we draw. Let's see what they're up to. They have all the mana on the board. Is this Hidetsugu? Sudden Edict, okay. Whew. Now I'm actually not even sure. Like, I really like the striking one because we can attack past Baleful Strix. On the other hand, this is a Lord, and this one we definitely don't want to lose. You know what? Let's lose the Lord. The first strike is just going to be so important against Baleful Strix. And we draw another one. Okay. Okay, here we go. Another day, another sliver. Stonked. And that wire comes down. Now we get wrecked by Hidetsugu. Now we get wrecked big time by Hidetsugu. Please, Mr. Hidetsugu, don't wreck my board. Don't do it. 4th land, 4th turn. Wait, they fetch? So what does that mean? What does it mean if they play the 4th land and fetch? Like ponder? No, that wouldn't make sense. There must be something I'm missing. Okay, Narset doesn't do anything. Oh, they fetched because they wanted the second blue for Narset. Wait, they failed to find a Narset? What? What? Okay. Well, let's draw the Lord now. Gale Rider. Okay, whatever. Okay, so we can take them down to 3 or we can kill Narset. Like, they don't have anything good in hand. Like, what if I sent this at Narset and this at them? I don't hate that. It's basically denying a card. And so they go down to 5. And, oh, no, we don't even need to cast this. We don't even need to cast this. We have the power of Etherwile. Yeah, Blaubeer. A guy once told me Surgical is the best sideboard card in Legacy because once you've played the first game, you know what they have and you know what to Surgical. It's like, that was like 13 years ago, and even back then I was like, I don't think that's how it works. He told me basically, if you knew what your opponent is playing, not like before the first game, but during the first game, if you could always know that, then you would have Surgical in the main deck. It's like, yeah, if you play Legacy in tournaments, you probably know what's in your opponent's deck as soon as they played like the first like 1 or 2 turns. Says the guy who thought that this was ad nauseum by game 2, by the way. Oh, Days Undoing. Okay. Oh, well. I guess I should have wrecked that girl. Okay. Let's get this one down. And then draw exactly 1 card. But on the other hand, it's our turn now, so sure. I mean, what they can do is Sudden Edict, right? And then, but if they Sudden Edict, they go to 4, and then we kill them. I think there's really not much they can do. Yeah, they can't even Edict to live. I think we might have this, unless there's like a 1 mana's... Like, the only 1 mana thing they could have is like... Innocent Blood, and turns out they didn't have that. Darkness, they could have Darkness. Legacy staple, Darkness. I've played that a shit ton of Darkness in Modern. I think we got it. Kevin, I think we got it. We got the 3 and 2. Are we Oh, we won the match.
River.
Flawless victory!
Welcome to Sliverland.